There are thousands of modern homes in this city, stylish, impressive, but often predictable. Yet every now and then, one comes along that feels like the complete package. A property with a reverse infinity pool overlooking the backyard, a full basketball court, its own putting green, and even a private movie theater. This is the kind of home that makes you stop and pay attention. And today, we're stepping inside. Starting our tour in front of this brand new construction home on our semicircular driveway consisting of a concrete slab and turf pattern. There are two motor gates, one to enter and one to exit on the opposite side. And if you follow me up the driveway, there is a pedestrian gate in the center surrounded by beautiful landscaping, some rocks, some greenery, just to make it feel like you're at peace and in your own private sanctuary here in Tarzana, the San Fernando Valley in Los Angeles. So if you follow me to the left side of the home, before we talk about the structure itself, there is a lot of driveway space here. On the left side, if you enter in through one of our two motor gates that you'll see down here, it leads us to the garage on the very end of the property. Check this out. You could probably fit about 20 cars in total in front of your house and here on the side of your home. And you can also see many ficus trees that lace the side of our yard to keep it more private while your cars are securely parked. And then looking up at this modern structure with a mix of elements from our stucco to our wood slat exterior, and then you have dark tinted glass railings up above to keep our balconies closed up and private as well. Now let's head up these steps. You can already see a sneak peek of the inside through this large wood pivot door. Let me show you in here. As we enter inside, you see this is not your ordinary wood pivot door. You have this matte black finish acting as our handle here in the center with this massive handle piece right there in a square shape, which is insane. You also do have two windows to both sides, bringing in natural sunlight to the front entrance of our property. There's a lot to see in this home, and I can't wait to show you guys. It's not your typical modern home. There's a lot of custom details, especially in the backyard. So first, follow me. The first thing you see as you enter is this gorgeous floating staircase on my right, glass railing. As we look up to several light fixtures in a rectangular shape that look like they're infused with bubbles inside. Now, it definitely illuminates this grand foyer of the property very well, in my opinion. But before we go up there and show you the rest this home has to offer, follow me to this side. The left side of the property, we're gonna see the living area and our dining room section together here. Beautiful staging, two picture windows looking out to the front yard, fireplace down beneath with a nice textured concrete finish surrounding it that adds another element from that wood and that white wall feature we're gonna see throughout the property. More linear windows looking out to that driveway as well. Recessed lighting throughout, built-in speakers. And then our dining room. We're having Thanksgiving meals here. Right next to the living room section of the property, you've got this hanging light above our dining table. Looks like an illuminated rope surrounding a metal rod that hangs a few feet above the glass dining table. Now, that's something you don't see in your typical house just about anywhere, but you're finding it here in this new home in Tarzana. Very unique look. And then if you look at the wall, you see the wood slats extend from the wall up to the ceiling and just cover the dining table only. You do have a built-in speaker on those wood slats that take on the ceiling, which is pretty cool. There's also some storage space on the back wall towards the bottom of these wood slats. And then this is where our wine wall begins. 4 columns of wine with a zigzag formation up above the wood finish wall, and then more diagonal shelving down beneath for some storage. And this actually loops around through to the kitchen as well. So we're gonna find a little bit more of it right here. Similar down below with the diagonal storage, and then 3 wood shelves up above in a unique formation with that wood wall as well. But before we show you that kitchen and the rest of that side of the property. There's one thing that we did miss up here, and this would be maybe the best home office in the entire San Fernando Valley. Check this out. Now picture this, you're walking downstairs, you're starting your day, you're ready to get on your computer, get some work done, or you're gonna be recording some videos, maybe having a podcast down here, you have a nice backdrop with more wood finishes, floating shelves, glass storage spaces. This is just a very homey, cozy office, and not only this backdrop, but directly in front of our glass office desk, we have multiple windows, oversized, looking out to that front yard, the greenery, the bonsai tree. It's like your own Japanese garden outside directly in front of where you're getting some work done. Now that's very motivating and inspiring to really make sure you're able to continue to afford a house like this, which is pretty unique. Let's head out of here. Also, there are dual glass doors so you can see into your office if you're just chilling in the living room and you need that reminder that you got to get some work done. You can always see into your office space. Outside of the office, this is where the bathroom is located, your first powder room in the house. Now you can see this powder room takes on a different look from what we've seen so far. Dark concrete walls, wood slats behind our floating vanity with your dark stone integrated sink, the bronze faucet built into the wood slats, and then the unique curvature to that mirror up above, and then one of those rope-like lights surrounding another rod hanging from the ceiling, a built-in speaker, and a jet black toilet on the right side next to that vanity. So leaving the powder room back to the front of the house, underneath the light fixtures, let's go to the living room and kitchen before showing you the backyard. Actually, let's take a little detour because this piano is calling my name and I have to play a song that I'm very well known for on this channel at least. All right, here we go. Woo! First try, not too bad. If anyone knows that song out there, please comment it down below and shout out to you. Happy birthday. It's got to be someone's birthday out there. Well, that was that. Underneath the floating staircase, there is one bedroom to show you before the rest of this level. This is your guest room. Could also be an in-laws suite. Or you have a friend staying over. They're sleeping downstairs to avoid everyone else that might be upstairs. Closet space directly in front of me. Ensuite bedroom. Bright lit bathroom with the dark tiled flooring. Quartz countertops. Wood drawer space and LED mirror up above our sink. Built-in bathtub into the shower with your linear tile going up to the ceiling. Matte black shower head in there, and this is as modern as it gets when it comes to a bathroom. You do have a nice mix from the charcoal black to the snow white, contrasting well. Not too bad of a modern look for any guest that could be spending the weekend with you. Heading out of this first bedroom, and now it's time to show you the living room. Now, I don't know about you guys, but in most households, you're gonna be spending a majority of your time hanging out in the living room, conversing with friends and family. So this is the space where that's gonna happen in this home. Built-in speakers surround us, just in case you wanna play some music while you are hanging out. There's no TV in the living room, so it makes for a better place to have an actual human interaction and a conversation. Above the fireplace, down beneath, we see an art piece hanging above, and this is a concrete wall from the floor to the ceiling with several imperfections surrounding it, so it's not just smooth and boring. It's got a little bit of character to it. And then there's a linear vent up above to flow in the air conditioning. Left side, we have floating shelves with a dark wood now, and you have a matte black finish behind it going up to the ceiling to add a little bit of a different touch to this space. And now there is a secret room on the right side where we see more of these dark features. So I wonder what that could be. Follow me in here. So this is where we have our home movie theater hiding, behind the living room. And maybe that's why we don't have a TV in the living room area, because if you want to watch one, why not watch it on your massive projector screen to get the full IMAX experience? Why go to the AMC down the street in Sherman Oaks when you have one in your home? You have the movie theater dim lightings between multiple wood beams that extend along the ceilings as well, that are wrapped in LED lighting to really get that 3D effect and the full movie theater experience. So if you do want some sunlight coming into your movie room, you're not just isolated to a dark space. You can open up these blinds with the click of a button and expose the backyard and some lighting so that you can make it a nice, peaceful space and enjoy some nature as well and not be stuck here in your theater. And the projector screen behind me, look at how large it is. Now I'm about 6 feet tall, so you can imagine this is about 9 or 10 feet. I can dunk a basketball in 10 feet, so maybe that is about at my peak right there if I were to jump and touch it. Not in this video, not right now, but there is a basketball court in the backyard, so might have to test my skills when we go back there, but we'll see. Perfect movie room space, but there's a popcorn machine right next to me, and that's making me hungry, so I think we have to head into that kitchen. Here we go. Now this is a kitchen that I want to be seeing in 2025. It's not basic, it's not boring. You can see the darker tones from your typical bright quartz countertops here. We're seeing a strong slate stone countertops with a waterfall edge, an outlet built into the side, and a 12-foot center island. 3 cube light fixtures hanging above the island with circular centers to really make this entire kitchen pop. I don't even think it would look the same without them. It helps the kitchen completely stand out in its own. So let's head to this side and show you all the little details this kitchen has to offer. From our built-in Miele espresso machine, you have the Wolf microwave / steamer, the Sub-Zero fridge and freezer in the center, dual Wolf ovens, no exposed handles in all of our wood cabinetry and storage space. On the island now, we're seeing the integrated Nantucket sink here, and wrapping around the appliances is where you have the little Butler's pantry section, walk-in pantry, wood finishes in there. You also have the brains of the house in there. And on the opposite side, a little picture window, dry bar section, many drawers down beneath. We have another slate stone on top here, and 2 square floating wood shelves to both sides of us. And this walkway leads us into the dining room so that when food is ready to be served, you can conveniently walk through this section and get ready to take on a nice dinner with the family. In front of me, backsplash, we're seeing the same stone as the countertops, 6-burner stove top, Wolf once again, top of the line appliances. We have the clad-on wood finishes surrounding that hood vent up above to blend in with everything else we're seeing in the kitchen with the cabinetry, and then a rose gold toned pot filler, of course. Everyone's very interested in the pot fillers. This is one of the better ones that I've seen because of this little handle right here. You see that at the very end there's this knobbed handle, which is pretty cool. Makes it easier to turn than a lot of pot fillers that I've used. It's all about the little things and the details, so something like that is what I think about that stands out to me. Over here, there's yet another Nantucket sink, one a little bit smaller for the cups and bowls. Linear window looking out to that driveway. More storage space, lots of cabinetry, tall doors there, drawers down beneath, and then a little breakfast nook that extends out, and you can see a sliding glass door leading us to the backyard we're going to check out in just a short time. Also, if you've made it this far into the video, hit the subscribe button and like this home. Let me know what you think so far before we get to the backyard and I show off my basketball skills for you guys, because you know I always have to do that. We'll see if I make it in this video. You never know. Maybe today is the day. Let's keep on going this way. There is 6 breakfast bar seats on our outside of the island here. And this is pretty cool. The staging is also something that stands out to me, and you have a lighter gray tone in these designs for the bar stools, which is cool. These countertops are actually of a different stone than we see on the island, but they do match the countertops that surround the stove top on the other side of our kitchen here. But that was everything to show you guys in our extravagant kitchen. And now there is a lot to see in the backyard, so let's hop out there. As we step outside, the first thing I wanted to point out, you see the LED light strips run on every other beam in a staggered pattern, which really adds to the design of this backyard overall. Outdoor staging is phenomenal that we'll get into, and you have a concrete slab and a turf pattern underneath our feet out here. So we're first going to walk to the left side, because if you are having people over for an event, for some food, maybe some drinks, you're going to cook up burgers on the grill over here in the side. And I like how it's completely built into the retaining wall that separates the backyard from our long driveway that leads up to the garage we'll see on the other side of this wall. And then you have the dark tinted railing up above our counters here. So you still have the same elements and finishes that we saw inside out here with the wood slats underneath those slate countertops. And then you've got a built-in mini fridge. You have a grill top on the right side, and then a sink all the way over in the corner here. Really makes for more of a cozy vibe than some of the grill tops and the barbecue stations you'll see in maybe an open area of the backyard standing alone. So this makes it a little different than a lot of the homes that you see being built. Then this staircase leading up to the second tier of our three-tiered backyard. But follow me along the front side of the pool first off. We'll show you all the little things, such as this built-in wood seat that surrounds some plant life right here. Pool with the waterfall edge that flows down in a moat directly underneath us, and it aligns with this concrete bench as well, so there is an ample amount of seating space here on our lower tier of our backyard. But follow me to this section. There's a dual-sided fireplace that separate this olive tree that's stationary on the right side of our backyard here, surrounded by some dark rocks and more turfed grass, so you can get a little bit more privacy and more peace in our yard here. There are also 4 built-in speakers, 2 on either side of our dual-sided fireplace wall, so that you can maybe put on some meditation music, put out a yoga mat, and just really get into that Zen-like zone and relax here in our backyard. This is the area that you're looking out toward when you're inside the movie theater room. So you're seeing the greenery of our turf and of the olive tree in the backyard. Looking along this retaining wall, again, you have a built-in wood bench, and then another staircase leading up to the pool. I think it's time to show you up here. As we walk alongside the pool, you really get a different sense of how this property feels. A really elevated sensation, as we are now above the lower level of the property from being up here. And this pool is actually massive. One of the bigger pools in width that you'll see here in the San Fernando Valley, and the waterfall edge does creep down beneath, so it really just does disappear into that lower section. But as I take a step up, you do have some real grass out here now, mixed in with the turf we see on the concrete pathway, staged with some day beds on one side. And look at the property as the sun sets. The lighting is impeccable. Just a gorgeous evening, not a cloud in the sky, 2 palm trees in the distance, and doesn't get much better than this. This is San Fernando Valley, living here in Tarzana. Then as you look on the opposite side of the pool, there is a spa where you can fit maybe 10 to 12 people, and a pool house on the complete opposite side. We're going to show you what this looks like. There are Fleetwood sliding pocket doors that disappear into the wall and connect here in this corner. You can open up and expose this pool house that you can make for maybe a viewing section of our pool and the lower level beneath us, or this could be some sort of entertainment space as well for guests that maybe want to spend time in the pool or hang out by the basketball court. Flat screen TV up above the fire pit, and there is a bathroom in here so you don't have to go back inside the house. In this bathroom, floating vanity, glass shower, porcelain tiled walls, gold tone in our shower head, and a rustic textured tile here behind our vanity that goes up to the ceiling. LED light surrounds our mirror, a great look for the pool house bathroom. But as we walk out of here, we are now going to show you where the entertainment takes place, up on the 3rd tier of our backyard. But before we do, there is a door that leads us to the driveway. I just want to show you how massive this driveway looks from up here. Check this out. Now, when I say this can fit 20 cars, I mean it. It looks like we've entered another property entirely in itself. This really looks completely different from anywhere else throughout the home just because of how large this driveway is. There really is a lot of land here in this home from compared to any other house that you might see in West Hollywood or over in the city across the Santa Monica Mountains. In front of me is where we have your 2-car garage, wall sconces to either side of the sleek black modern garage door. But back inside the backyard of the house and up these concrete steps, you can see the outdoor lighting underneath every single step, which I'm a big fan of. And we've now arrived to probably my favorite part of the home. And you could have guessed why, because there is a putting green, an incredible putting green. This is one of the better putting greens that I've seen. Great job to the landscapers and the designers out here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes in our putting green, so you really can play a game. And if you follow me to the basketball court, they've got a ball waiting for me. So you know what time it is now. It's time for me to shoot a 3-pointer. Let me know if you guys have watched these videos over the years, and let me know how many shots you've seen me make in the past. And I want to know if you remember any time I've actually made a shot in one of these videos, because I don't want to cut it. If you're editing this right now, no cuts during this part. Let's see if I can make it. So here we go, 3-pointer on this basketball court. Check it out. Okay. Okay. All right, that was insane. I didn't even see that. This was not planned. I don't think I could have planned that if I tried. That was actually crazy. The branch is hanging down and blocked my 3-pointer. That was a sign that I will never make a 3-pointer in any of these videos, and a sign that I'm not going to shoot another one. That was unbelievable. That might as well be Shaquille O'Neal up there. That is insane. But yeah, so we have a basketball court up here, and I am a fan of the purple and pink paint up here that we see on our basketball court, because normally it would just be boring old green or black or white, one color, monotone, which is very boring. It really adds a different element and a surprise color that we are not going to see anywhere else in the home, because why would we see pink countertops in our kitchen? Might as well put it here in our basketball court. But that was everything here in our backyard. 3 tiers, that bottom level entertainment, second level pool, third level activities. Now we got to rush upstairs as the sun is setting and show you the incredible primary suite. So let's go do it. Walking up the floating staircase, we're getting a glimpse of those iridescent light fixtures hanging from our double height ceilings in our grand entrance here before we show you the primary suite. Now there's a total of 4 bedrooms up on our top floor, and the first one that you run into when you arrive up here is the primary suite. Now let's show you it. So we are taking a look at this property at night currently, but during the day, those 2 large picture windows are giving you views of your backyard all the way out to the putting green and the basketball court. Looking at this room, we have a circular light fixture hanging above with a gold tone in the very center of the room, king size bed, 2 linked light fixtures with, again, those same gold tones we're seeing on this ring light hanging above in front of our bed. And then, if you look in front of me, we have what would be our TV and fireplace display on the side of our primary suite. Normally you'd see it in the center and then maybe shelving to both sides, but here they have it tucked on the side next to our windows. This time we're seeing a rough textured finish to this entire concrete wall, and then on the right side of it, sliding doors leading out to a balcony, and I'll show you this right now. As we walk out here, now we're seeing the basketball court and the lights that are displayed out there all the way in the distance. Really makes this property look massive from viewing it on our primary suite balcony. We are in the corner and there's a lot of room up here. As we can see, all of the outdoor staging, seating, day beds, 2 wall sconces on separate walls. Back inside, before we show you the bathroom, walk this way to our walk-in closet. Now, where do we even begin? This closet is almost like a maze. You can go one direction or the left side to this side, LED lights everywhere. It's so bright in here after coming from the outside, but it really makes this stand out with the recessed lights above and the LEDs in all the open shelving here. Drawer space down beneath, matte black handles. And on the opposite side, this is where we have all the see-through doors looking into some of our clothing, but multiple different sections make up our entire closet here, and there's enough space for a seat there in the center, body mirror on one side as well to my left. And let's head out of here because upon entry to the bathroom, there is a mini makeup station so you can see yourself before you enter and exit. You do have one light up above on the wood slat that looks like a stone crystal in a cylindrical shape there. And underneath the light that turns this mirror on and off, you do have a defogger switch underneath it as well, also implemented onto the mirror. But follow me in to the bathroom now. First thing we're gonna notice is the freestanding tub on the right side with circular modern light fixtures hanging directly above them. And where do I even begin in this bathroom? First of all, the tub is directly next to these Fleetwood pocket doors that lead us to yet another massive balcony, private balcony for our bathroom. So you can get the fresh air, get some breeze flowing in here while you're taking a bubble bath and relaxing in your spa, which is very nice. You can see the dimmed lighting we have outdoors. Also, I feel like I never want to leave. It looks so great at night hanging out in this bathroom. Then you do have a large walk-in shower, glass doors, more gold accents in here, in our handles, in our shower heads. You have two of them, one up on the ceiling and one up against our dark tiled walls. Floating shower bench on the opposite side. Multiple people can shower in here at once if that's what's preferred. There is a lot of space in here. My wingspan is probably close to 7 feet, so you can imagine that I can basically touch both sides. That is the exact width of this shower. So stepping out of here, dual vanity, completely symmetrical, the same exact thing to both sides, from our Roburn mirrors to the wood slats to the dark countertops and then the drawer space down beneath. But one thing I wanted to talk about is that you don't have the exact same integrated sinks. There is a different texture and a different stone inside our sink from what we're seeing on our countertops to protect it from the elements of the water. This can withstand the water a lot more than the countertops can. So that's just one thing that I noticed within these sinks here in our primary suite bathroom. So let's leave here. There is a few more bathrooms to see, and we'll see if any of them have features such as this as we continue on this top level. Let's exit the primary bathroom. Passing the stairs once again, this is where you control the thermostat against our wall here as we lead into the second bedroom. You do see the same finish in our dark square pattern look here up against the wall behind me as we head into the next bedroom. This guest bedroom does have everything that you would want if you were living in this house, aside from being the primary suite. Of course, from the wall in front of the bed, taking up a majority of the closet space right here with some countertop wood finishes, plenty of room up above as well, down beneath in your drawers, and then a full private balcony that overlooks the driveway. From your own private balcony that overlooks the driveway on the right wing of the home, I do like the wood slat exterior that we're seeing in front of me, wall sconces, the tinted glass railing, and the peace that you're getting here in Tarzana, a very private, peaceful, safe neighborhood here in the San Fernando Valley. And look at these sunsets. This is what you're going to be getting many nights. This bedroom is en suite with a full bath. Something different about this bathroom are the tiles behind our vanity now. You have an emerald green tone that do start on the floor leading up to the ceiling behind our sink, LED mirror, quartz countertops on our sink, light wood drawers down beneath, a brighter gray on our floors that lead us into our large walk-in glass shower with a matte black shower head. Everything you'd want in a bathroom. Didn't I tell you that? Let's head out of here. 2 more guest rooms to wrap up this upstairs level. Let's head across the way now. And before we have those 2 last guest bedrooms, this is where the laundry room is located, if you were wondering, and motion censored lights as I walk into here. An abundance of storage surrounding us, brighter tones in the wood finishes that you see above. This is where the washer and dryer would be hooked up, but now let's show you the last of 2 bedrooms to the right side, similar to what we saw on the complete opposite end, once again with its own private balcony. As I open it up, now we're on the left wing of the home, very similar to that other bedroom, almost identical, but not quite, because instead of your closet space in front of the bed, there's a full walk-in closet in here with the wood finishes that we saw within the primary suite. Lots of storage for a guest bedroom. There's also a bathroom as it's en suite, of course. How is this one different? How does it compare? Carbon black tile on the floor, snow white tile on our shower walls. Very airy feeling here in this shower without a bulky door. And a matte black shower head up there, floating vanity, the same finish as we saw in our last bedroom. But let's leave this one because last but not least, we have one more room to show you right next to this one. Taking a turn, the smallest of the 3 guest rooms up here. You don't have a walk-in closet this time. Storage space on the left side of our bed. You can see the wood finishes once again. Built-in speaker up there above the closet space, which is pretty cool. Because even if you have a guest bedroom like this one, you can still play your own music in your bedroom with an app on your phone. On one side of the bed, the cool thing is all of these guest rooms do have their own private balconies. This one is different because although you have the smallest bedroom of the 3 and they are all front facing, you do feel like you have the best room potentially because we are right above the front door of the property. You are looking directly down as people walk in to your home. So this could be the best of the 3 rooms. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And last but not least, the bathroom in here. Brightest tones and finishes in all 3 bedrooms. Floating vanity here in the center, separating our toilet from our glass shower. This time the glass door does slide as if it's a barn sliding door, and you have everything that you'd want in another bedroom. But that was all 4 rooms up here on our top level. Let's head back downstairs one last time. As we wrap up this home tour, we're gonna end with a little challenge for you guys. I want you to leave a comment for a line that you want me to say and drop somewhere within my next home tour video. In the top comment, I'll be sneaking it in there somewhere. So stick around and stay tuned for the next one. We also have some crazy home tours coming throughout the rest of the year, so make sure you subscribe and stick around for that. I appreciate every single one of you for sticking around all these years. Thanks for watching. See you next time.